My relatives swiped the deed to my apartment during my brother's baby shower, but they overlooked one detail. I still held the keys and had a strategy for retribution. It started with a cake, a garish fondant creation that looked more like a gender reveal explosion than a dessert, adorned with a blue ribbon, edible beads, and tiny plastic booties perched on top as the pinnacle of questionable taste. My mother stood beside it, beaming as if she'd just eradicated generational hardship with themed confections. I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't even invited. I got the address from my cousin. His message included, "Don't blame the messenger." The kind of family loyalty that gets you exiled from a tribe. I showed up regardless, bearing a gift. Nothing extravagant, just an antique silver rattle etched with the baby's initials, wrapped in teal tissue and tucked into a box I'd traveled across town to find. It wasn't showy, but it carried meaning. Apparently, they had a bigger surprise planned without me, because just after the cupcakes and following the third collapse of the pastel balloon arch, my mother tapped her glass with a spoon and declared she had news. "Family is everything," she said, which, if you know my kin, signals someone's about to be shamed. "Smile for the photos." She raised a gaudy gold-framed document heavy enough to seem momentous. Inside was a deed. "This," she announced with triumph, "is a gift from us all for the new parents, the apartment." "It's theirs now, fully paid." Cheers erupted. My brother grinned. His partner wiped away tears. My aunt shrieked, "You guys are incredible." It was as if they'd rescued a puppy, not stolen a home. I stood, approached, and took the frame from my mother's hands. I read the name. "My name's on this." I stared at them, then at the frame, then at my father. He leaned in like a shady car dealer offering a deal. "You've got 30 days to move out," he whispered. I smiled. "One day's enough." I returned the frame, nodded to no one in particular, and left, silent. No scene, not yet. By 5 a.m., the building supervisor had unlocked the main gate. Movers arrived by 7 a.m. By 9:30, everything they'd brought into the apartment was gone. The flooring torn up, they'd paid for it. The crib, the drapes, the wobbly IKEA dresser boxed. Even the Etsy sign reading "Our Cozy Haven" was shredded. I didn't touch what was mine. I just removed what wasn't. By 11 a.m., it didn't look like their home anymore. It looked like mine. At 6:41 p.m., my brother texted. "Is this a prank?" I replied, "Not yet, but tomorrow's delivery might be." The apartment was never part of their plan, not for me, not for them. I bought it in 2020, small, quiet, 2 bedrooms, close to my job. The kitchen has great light. I never bragged about it, never invited anyone over. That was the point. Then my brother came. At first, it was temporary. Just until we find a place. He and his girlfriend showed up with 2 duffels, a yoga mat, and a cat. I said, "Sure." 1 month, maybe 2. They stayed 19. I never asked for rent, not once. They offered to chip in for groceries sometimes. Sometimes they did. Often they didn't. I didn't keep score. I thought it was temporary. I was wrong. First, they installed new flooring. Decent mid-range oak laminate. My brother called it an upgrade for us all. He covered it. I let it slide. Then came bookshelves. A $160 IKEA hack, white frame. Faux gold legs. His girlfriend posted a time-lapse of him setting it up, captioned, "Our home's taking shape." I stood behind the camera. Over time, their words shifted. From your place to our space. From thanks for letting us stay to we love this home. From we're house hunting to silence. Their toothbrushes sat in my holder, their shoes by my door, their laundry in my washer. I stayed quiet. Then came the baby. They didn't tell me directly. I learned through an Instagram story, her holding a sonogram, him posing like he'd invented electricity. I texted congrats. He replied, "We need to discuss making this permanent." I didn't ask what he meant. They never explained. 3 weeks later, my parents called. My mother asked if I'd consider gifting the apartment. Not entirely, just symbolically. "They're starting a family," she said. "You're doing fine." I said no. She said, "It won't kill you." I hung up. Then there was the family fund. It started in 2019, quietly. $1,500 monthly for my parents' mortgage while Dad recovered. Then $600 monthly for my sister's rent. Uncle Rob's legal fees, $200. Mom's dental bill, $320. $3,000 for the roof. I stopped tracking, but my bank didn't. Over 4 years, family transfers, $91,200. Apartment mortgage, taxes, fees, $112,000. Furniture and fixes, $9,300. Groceries, utilities, miscellany, $6,700. Total personal cost, $219,200. Their contribution, my brother's flooring, $940. That bookshelf, $160. A second-hand blender from his girlfriend's mom. When I refused to sign over the deed, they stopped asking. They just did it. My brother used a fake email in my name to book a notary 3 weeks before the shower. My father handled the details. My mother worked with the lawyer. They used a scanned signature from a 2018 tax form I'd signed. It wasn't a great forgery, but it worked. The title was transferred without my consent. At the shower, they acted like I'd clap, smile, and feel included. Instead, my name sat in a frame. I held it like a prop. A gift from all of us, my mother said. All of us didn't include me. The one who bought the place, furnished it, kept the lights on. Paid for the $1280 Pottery Barn crib sitting proudly by the cake, tied with a bow like it was a group effort. I didn't shout when I left. I didn't argue. I logged into my bank, printed every transaction tied to the apartment, highlighted the down payment, insurance, taxes, repairs, even the $342 I spent fixing the garbage disposal after his girlfriend tossed avocado pits in it because TikTok said it's okay. I saved it in a folder labeled Facts, No Commentary. By dawn, the locksmith had changed the code. The building reset the buzzer, and I listed everything in the apartment that wasn't mine. The flooring, shelves, crib, the welcome baby sign, everything they brought, posted, and claimed as theirs was stacked in the living room. Gone. I didn't text my brother, didn't threaten a lawsuit, didn't explain because that's what they expected. They thought I'd stay silent. That was their plan. They figured if they smiled enough, clinked glasses, held up gold frames, and said blessing, or from all of us, I'd comply. Maybe they'd get away with it. They didn't. They crossed a boundary. At 6:06 a.m., a moving truck pulled up outside. Not my apartment. Not theirs. Just a space they tried to claim. The driver unloaded 64 flat-pack boxes, each labeled New Beginnings in bold black print, with lines for room contents and owner. An envelope was taped to the top box. Inside, a printed guide and checklist titled What You Brought. Neat categories. Box 1, Baby Clothes. Boxes 2-4, Unsolicited Nursery Decor. Box 5, Shared Toothbrush Still Not Mine. Boxes 6-11, Excuses. Box 12, Let's Talk. Boxes 13-40, My Silence. Boxes 41-62, Entitlement. Box 63, Their Flooring. Box 64, Dignity. You've got 30 days, but I'm helping you start. They saw it before noon. I know because the hallway camera caught my brother opening the door. He stepped back like the boxes might bite. His girlfriend stood behind holding a mug, wearing that robe she used for attention. He opened the top box. Empty. She started crying. I watched the footage sound off. That evening my phone buzzed. Brother, what's wrong with you? Mom, this isn't family. Dad, you've made your point. Stop. Sister, are you okay? Really? I didn't reply. Not for them. Not anymore. I'd already compiled a PDF of every expense, everything I'd carried, everything they took. Subject. Apartment final tally. Sent. At 4:17 p.m. my mother called. I let it ring, her voicemail. We didn't mean to take it. It was symbolic for the baby. I saved it as symbolic MP3. The next day, my brother showed up. Buzzed 5 times. I watched through the peephole. Hoodie, sweatpants, holding a crumpled box. I didn't open. He left the box on the stoop. Inside, a note. You're really doing this after everything? I left it until it rained. That weekend, I had their flooring inspected. Every plank, screw, and underlay strip. I boxed it, labeled technically yours, reclaimed materials included, packing peanuts. He paid $940. Note. Your own resources make rebuilding easier. They left quietly. No social media farewells, no group chat drama, just a slow fade. By month's end, I'd reclaimed the apartment in every meaningful way. Their candle scent was gone. Their coats cleared from the hall. The baby name banner folded and returned. No one asked for the 64 boxes. I assumed they used them. A month later, my mother sent a group email. Subject, Family Healing, bullet points. Don't let money divide us. This can still be a win for all. Forgiveness is a gift. Remember who supported you when you needed it. I didn't reply. I forwarded it to myself, new subject. Family rebrand, then archived it. The apartment's quiet now. Sometimes I dim the lights and listen. The echoes of their plans still linger in the walls.